Yeah, I mean, I just refreshed everything, airplane mode and all. Okay. And just started a new stream, and so far so good.
Walk in and let these guys talk? Or what do you want to do?
Let's go say hi.
Yeah, sure.
Give them some flyers. Here we go. Everything looks good.
The curve of the earth, 0.66 per foot. It's just, they got, those numbers show up.
Here, this will get you started.
93 million
Can't
miles,
hurt you.
same thing. Those numbers were picked purposely in somewhere around the Renaissance time, when they decided to change the paradigm forever. And then NASA came around in 1958 and gave us, they forever took over space, so that we can't do anything by ourselves. We can't make our own rockets and go up. NASA has to handle everything. So they put an ISS up in space. All the women have hairspray that keeps their hair straight up in the air like this, so that you can't see gravity effects. That they're trying to tell us there is no gravity in the ISS, and their hair is sticking up, so they'll turn their head sideways. The hair just keeps still going like this. It's the biggest joke around.
Do you have any questions that you would ask a flat earther?
No.
No?
Have you ever talked to one, a flat earther other than that?
No.
It sounded like you didn't know your model, the globe model. That's
Well,
what it kind of sounds
like.
Right. But that's what we're kind of saying. If you look into it more, you know, kind of comes to you. I always like to say, like, one easy thing is like, okay, so NASA, right? Billions upon billions of dollars every year. All this technology, right?
Yeah.
So over all these years and all this money and technology, you would think there would be one real photo, right? Wouldn't you expect at least one real photo?
Yeah.
There's not.
They actually claimed there was one in 1972. They claimed.
They claim, and
that was a photo.
Everything is CGI or composite, you know.
The blue marble.
All right, I'll just keep an eye on
all
it.
4 blue marbles that they presented are all different sizes. The North America, South America are different sizes. Yes, the globe is the same size.
We're going to keep walking, guys.
All right.
So those are images that were put.
Real quick. Awesome, I'm telling you. I was like you at one point too. I was like, what is this? I'm like, what? What are they talking to me about? I consider myself a relatively smart person, you know? Like, just kind of ignorant. I was like, yeah. And then slowly, I asked another question. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense either.
I'm going to move on.
Gradually.
That's my channel if you want to check it out.
And then, like, gradually, I was like, wow. Oh, what? Yeah, but it was good talking to you, though. It was good time.
Some status symbol. I'm a human being. I was born without a mask on my face, and I'm not going to cuck because somebody told me to limit my oxygen that I need to breathe. You know those headaches that you get 8 hours after you wear a mask all day? That's called hypoxia.
Information for you right here.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, check it out.
They're retarding your oxygen level through the mask.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh, this is somebody's mask that I picked up off the ground. Do you know how many times I've done this? And I'm still here. Look at this, I'm still around. I've been doing this for the last 18 months. Haven't gotten sick yet. Wake up, please. The vaccine will cause impotence, death, and infertility in men and women. This is the eugenics program. Wake up. You guys ever heard of Tuskegee? Maybe Tuskegee might ring a bell. I'm sure some of the people here know exactly about Tuskegee and how it was weaponized. Tuskegee, look it up. They test things on you all the time. My goodness. Do we have any men here? Are there any men to wake women up and help lead women properly? Any men here? Oh no, men worship women. My fault. I'm sorry, I thought there were men here. We just bow down and worship women all day. I rubbed it all over my face, right in front of me. What are we going to do about it? I'm afraid. Look how stupid fake dog food toy floats around in the air. My goodness. Is John still talking to that girl?
No.
Where's he at then?
I think maybe he stayed to talk with those other people.
What's up?
I think maybe he stopped to talk with those other people
Okay, good.
who were sitting down.
There's a lot of walk paths here.
Yeah.
Do you have Steve's number?
I gotta check.
Is it possible for you to message them and ask them where
I could call him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can use your phone.
Yeah.
That won't mess up your hotspot?
No, I tested it out with Jack yesterday.
I'm from Minneapolis. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great day today outside.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. What are you about to do? You got some deliveries?
Yeah, well,
Hey, Alex, what's up? You got a car? Oh, did everyone? So did you pull it up? Yeah. Well, we're at the Wofford, just down. Okay.
All
right, I'll see you in a few minutes then.
You can check this out for me. Yeah. What do you figure about that?
Hello?
So,
Yeah. I'm getting a call from just back.
You know that there's medical and religious exemptions?
Okay, yeah, we're just walking around the campus.
Wear a mask anymore and it holds up report. You know that? And you
All right,
have to
bye.
do your job. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I totally get it. I'll be praying for you that you have a nice day.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one.
So they packed up and left.
Here?
Everyone else,
Where'd they go?
they just left.
Where'd they go?
They left my banner.
Shut up.
Realm Walker packed it up. So what happened?
What do you mean?
College campus, Wofford College. We're walking down, like, so you took, okay, keep going, just follow the road, just keep following the road.
Down Church.
Did you walk? Okay, so you like construction by the water fountain? Okay, did you Wofford Campus Drive? So yeah, we walked all the way down Church Street, like half a mile. I guess the front, yeah. Oh really? Who are you with?
But you never know. They might scan it, find out.
Oh okay. So what happened with Austin?
And what it does is it sends.
Oh, okay. He was still there when you left. Okay, because I just talked to Realm Walker. He's coming over here. He had to grab my banner because everybody left. So, yeah. Okay, I guess I'll call Austin then. Tell him to come to the campus if he wants to. Okay. All right, bye. We're by the baseball field. So, just doing some administrative stuff right now, trying to get everybody together. Bear with us.
What's good?
Jack's walking around
Here?
and he got to the back side of the campus. Security's already following him.
Okay.
He's trying to come around to the front to find us.
Okay, good. You only got a Chick-fil-A on campus.
Yeah.
That's tempting. That might be lunch.
And I'm not
We
sure.
gotta still go to another university. We're going to another university here.
There's another one close by?
Yeah. Well, kind of. It's like a 20-minute walk, another 20-minute walk.
Okay. Well, I told Jack we're by the baseball field, so.
Okay, yeah. Good. Then we can go to the student center too. Behind that white building that she was telling me about.
Okay. Let me try calling.
I'll drop these off in some cars.
Yeah, nice. Hey, so what's going on? Did you guys pack up? Oh, are you still? Yeah, okay, so I have like an NRA bag under your table. That's mine, and I guess Realm Walker grabbed my banner. What about the small banner? Both banners? Okay. Alright, yeah, we're around by Wofford College. Alright.
Do that, dude? He's like, look, they're flying straight, dude. Even any aircraft. Think of a big, 757.
Yeah.
They'd have to be tilting their nose.
Yeah.
Just think of it.
Hey man, this will get you started.
Like the more you get,
Thank
the
you.
Just use critical thinking, that's all. And it's new information. It's crazy at first because we were brought up one way, but you got to hear the other side of the story, right? To be objective about it.
I mean, I'm talking to him. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because I was like you too. I was like me about this.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was a relatively smart person, And then one thing led to another, man. And it just clicks. Like NASA.
Yeah.
Do you think we went to the moon?
Do I think that people have been to the moon?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do.
Yes. I know an astronaut who has been to the moon and where I'm from. I
Alright.
personally spoke with him.
You think they went in this thing? You can just look at the high resolution pictures, curtain rods and tin foil. They even admit that the walls were like just millimeters thick, that they could, if they weren't careful, they could push their finger through it. In the vacuum of space, I don't think so.
Let me ask you this too. Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Do you think we can land on a rainbow? Okay. So what makes you think that?
Because I think a rainbow, isn't it just a reflection? Like, isn't a rainbow just a reflection? And
It's a refraction of light,
right.
And it's really good too.
Okay.
Okay.
but it still looks like there's something there.
Once we can
Right.
start.
So
Well, I don't think we
who,
could land
who's to
on-
say that
that'd be
the
like saying, could I land on a cloud?
well, who's to say that the
So why
moon
would
isn't
you
just a
still-
projection?
Exactly. So why would you think you can land on the moon then? If you can see through something that's translucent, in like let's say the Bible even says, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You believe in God? Right?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
Okay, so that's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So what does Genesis say, right? About the light, right?
Here's what the Bible says about flat Earth. You got a lot of reading to do.
Trust me, I'm still working. I find out new stuff all the time, man.
pretty cool.
Yeah, we don't expect to convert anybody. We're
Right.
just handing out the information and let you go on your journey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Here's an app. This, I'm telling you, dude. It's a couple bucks. Download it.
So where did you? So have you all been at the place at the Marriott or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where
Is that
everyone was
pretty
staying. Yeah, we just had a conference. There's almost
How
400
long is
people
it?
there.
How long is
It was yesterday and the day before. It's over now, but people are still in town, and we're gonna get the word out there.
Have y'all gone to any other schools or universities?
I think there's another one close by we were planning on walking to. But yeah, we're just spreading the word. That's all there is to it.
And yeah, and it all ties in, man, too, with this whole place. And I don't know your thoughts on COVID too, but I mean, again, it ties in with. And you said, you know, you're a self-proclaimed Christian, right? Well, I mean, there's some questions. You know, maybe you should be questioning some stuff. You know,
Right.
like what is germ theory, right?
Yeah.
What is terrain theory?
Right.
Have they ever isolated this so-called virus?
Right. That's
You
true.
got to be looking at that kind of stuff,
Yep.
right?
All right, you take it easy,
All right,
man.
man. Thanks for the time, dude.
He's calling me right now.
Okay. Does that affect the stream?
Yeah, no, you gotta call him.
All right.
Down through here about all that other stuff coming out guys to do with girls and all that stuff. Who's doing all that?
Okay. And
Where are y'all from?
I'm from Minneapolis.
I mean, what are you doing though?
I'm just passing
But I mean, yellow that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. I don't have to.
Yeah.
Do you have any identification on
I need identification.
you? You're on.
I
Well,
am.
what
So this
color?
isn't a public pass to take my be able to pass through here.
Yes, I mean, is it like a video thing you're doing or
I'm
something?
just
No, all the way trying to. I'm trying to get why you're here. You know this. Like, look, can I ask you a quick
You
question?
find the baseball field?
Do you think do you believe in God or the Creator?
Yeah, what is that?
Okay.
I've been saying.
Did you
Okay.
see the fountain?
Good. So
I follow that road that goes away from the fountain, and we're down the road by the baseball field.
do you think that
Talking
you
to
live
a
on
cop.
a spinning globe blasting through outer space?
Yeah, follow that road. Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out, what is this? I mean, who are y'all with?
I'm just with myself. I can just identify, you know, and just talk about myself. So
It curves around to the right.
And you're your own person, so I can just speak for myself.
Do you have identification?
Jack, it curves around to the right.
Identification for again, sir?
But
Go ahead. How many
Just so I'm here with myself. People just maybe following.
We're trying to spread the good word here. We're-
people get back up? I'm down at the bottom of 3 now. 5-0, you got.
But yeah, man, these you know.
Is that correct?
So
You believe wall floating through outer space? Is that belief?
I mean,
Okay,
I
well, you know,
believe.
we're just trying to have a conversation. Like you're trying to have a conversation.
But they have a megaphone?
10-4-50-57.
Neither one is in the office.
10-4 call has 5-1 left.
What's your name, sir? What's your badge number? Do you have a badge number at all?
I'm 6'5". Like that.
What's that?
Well, what do you be? You're not being charged with anything, but you are on private property.
Oh, I the public path.
This
right?
is not a.
This it's access.
road.
Okay, so if I was to
Anything
take
that
this
runs
way.
contiguous, anything that runs contiguous to this college,
Mhm.
we have jurisdiction over.
Okay, I hear you.
And this is private property.
Okay.
Can I ask you a quick? The Bible,
Yes, King James.
King James.
Okay.
So basically, that's what we're trying to get people to be aware of. We're trying
But the
to
way
spread-
you're going about it, I mean, it is, you know what I'm saying? It's
How do you suggest?
Bible says flat Earth.
Do you
so
have a suggestion?
might want to check that out. If you believe in the Bible, now's the time to make a choice. You want to know about what the Earth is, what the Bible
well,
says
but
about
right
the Earth.
now, I can't get involved in religion and stuff like that while this is.
What do you mean religion, though?
If you're telling me something to check out something about a Bible,
Speech? Is that First Amendment? Are we
You can save
expressing
it for
our
later.
First
You don't have to
Amendment
read it while you're working.
right? Is that still part of the Constitution
being
of America?
fair?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you are.
I'm glad.
Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I'm glad, and you are too.
Here's a little,
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
this
got
app-
one
this,
right there.
This app is it's separate. It's an app. Actually, really great.
But
A lot of info.
you mean as far as like walking through the campus, and like you know, if you're with these guys up here that's walking through the
I'm
campus
just with myself, sir.
with no shirt on, that's
Oh yeah,
Who's
we're
got no shirt on?
go ahead. 10-4. I guess I'm about to head up that end to see what's going on. And give me and if you got the descriptions, but I'll head back up that way.
Yeah, they got like 20 people, dude.
We could walk to the Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Yeah, they're up this way. They're up by the water fountain.
Oh, is it? Where's that from?
Joshua, they were just up at the water fountain. I told them to keep following the road to the right. And they have the megaphone, and he said he's with 20 people. So. There they are. That looks like them.
There's got a caravan of 20 people. That's hilarious. We're just warming them up.
I hope somebody didn't take off their shirt. That's kind of...
Yeah, what?
Someone needs to shut that down. Who is that?
Hey y'all, how you doing? $10?
What?
$10?
Thank you, though.
You want $10?
Free money.
Wants me to give you, I have $10 cash right here. Okay, look up flat Earth, all right? Earth is flat, not a ball. Just trying to hand out $10. Nobody wants $10.
All good today.
Why do people not want $10? All good today, boys. Yeah, Earth is flat, guys. Give me 2 proofs that Earth is a ball. If you can, and you gotta rely on somebody else to do it, that's a religion. You can't go to the moon, can you? Maybe go to the moon. If you go to Hey, what's good, man?
You know what, screw it. I'll stay on YouTube, guys, and we'll say what we'll say, and then if it's a little risky for YouTube, I'll just delete this, and I'll post a link from my Twitch, because it'll stay up there for 2 weeks. But definitely make sure you're following my Twitch, guys, because they're a little bit better about free speech than YouTube anyway. Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
What's your, if you were to ask Flat Earth a question, what would it be?
What is your main drive?
Thank you. Like, you know,
Main,
flat
idea.
Earth question, like, you know, what do you think? Glober question,
guess
Flat Earth.
my,
So you
like-
want to play?
I mean, yeah,
Three questions.
3 questions. I guess my biggest one would be like, you know, if the Earth is flat, like, how could you circumvent?
You need to leave, dude. What are you doing?
Okay.
Get out of here. You're gonna get arrested. Okay, so get on with
east
it.
and west, you're going around the
Why are
circumference
you
of
here?
the circle.
Okay.
When you look at
well,
a
then you can
magnetic
get arrested.
node on
do it.
your
Not with us.
compass, you're pointing towards the center, which is a magnetic node.
Right.
So no matter where you go around the circle, you're always going to be pointing towards the north.
You can call the cops on me right now.
I don't need to call the cops, dude.
So
You're the one
whole,
that's
like,
acting inappropriate,
this is
not us.
like,
So
you know, you can go around
It's
the
up to you.
whole.
Yeah,
You're not
I'll get in the cop car right now.
He's not with us.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I'll get in the cop car right now.
No, he's a troll. He's literally a troll.
So what I'm telling you is that this is private property. So how do you feel about that?
Can you start the app?
Yeah.
Well, I gave him $10. I want him to see that.
Oh,
I would like to see the video.
Ask a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he actually covered it. I was asking.
We got a
like,
video here. We can show you.
how can you go around and around?
Okay, so circumnavigation.
Yeah.
Okay, so hit the question marks.
Yeah.
Circumnavigation is.
I'm calling the Freemason and the Illuminati. Rest the
Okay.
party. Hello?
I gotta close that. Look for what, a 5-minute one? Or?
Yeah.
That's my FPV.
That's a sign.
What about the dirt one with the magnet?
I don't see it. Here, let's just do the 48 seconds.
Okay, here you go. There's 50 seconds for $10.
Okay.
Right? Seconds to watch it.
Very easily, you can travel east and west directions to ultimately end back where you started. The face of the Earth clock. In fact, after the true appearance of our world. If you follow a compass east for long enough, you'll make a full circuit. Same thing if you travel west long enough. As we've already gone over, the flat Earth map that was around before globes were easily converts to a globe.
Al
So
Bruni, they
everything
named
you
a
believe
crater
you are
after
doing
him.
on a globe is actually taking place.
Very doable to circumnavigate around the flat Earth.
Now the way it's like, you know,
we
like
follow
let's say this
compass.
is the map you just showed me. Like even though this whole thing's like the South Pole, the furthest distance, if you're circumnavigating everything, would be.
No, the furthest distance would be the
The
exterior.
exterior,
Really?
because the center point
This
is going
would
to be
be
a lot
smaller,
tighter.
this would be bigger,
Here.
right?
Okay.
It's like this. It works like a clock. Sun and moon go around like this.
Oh yeah. No, that makes
Go to
sense.
Chick-fil-A a lot?
Yes.
Yep, you go to Chick-fil-A, this is $3.
And so this is sped up.
And when you said South Pole,
Right.
there are people in the Australian military that have already confirmed to us there's no such thing as a South Pole. There's no
Really?
magnetic south at all.
Do they get down there? I guess they're pretty close.
Yeah. No, they go all the way down for Antarctica excursions. They watch the waters out there because of the Antarctic Treaty.
Okay.
And they confirm for us that they use the compass all the way down to the edge of Antarctica,
Okay.
which it should flip, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, after the equator, and it does not.
So like right around here, this whole thing, if you go a little bit away from like where the pole would be, ice and then like the land and stuff,
Yeah.
the little bit of land that's under there and everything would be all the way around that.
And civilians
just
aren't
a-
allowed to explore there.
yeah.
Antarctic
No,
Treaty.
you have to be like Prince Harry or something to go down there.
And when you do this, right? So like you know about this little ring of ice, right?
Right.
What's out here?
We don't know. No one's ever crossed it.
We
further
can't go
out.
back
no
here
one's
to see
ever
if there's
crossed it in
there's
history.
more land to see. And have you ever watched the Truman Show?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a good one.
So in the classroom, she pulls down the map. Oh, there's no place else to go. We've discovered it all.
Right.
That's what they do with the Antarctic Treaty.
Okay.
The Antarctic Treaty is the only treaty that's been signed by almost every nation in the world
Right.
that is still
Never-
in effect
never broken.
since the 50s.
Like all the major powers have a little claim of Antarctica. Right?
There was a
But yet
an
they can't.
admiral.
But yet they can't set up shop there.
Right.
They just claim the authority to protect that area.
Right. That makes sense.
It's just the right for the Coast Guard to operate there and keep people away from it.
Here, y'all want to pass these around? It's my YouTube channel.
And if you look at it on the globe map, the slices of
Pass them out.
Antarctica, thin.
I'll take it.
The slices of Antarctica are these really thin pie slices,
Yeah.
right? Because there's so many countries.
Right.
If you put it on this projection, it's a chunk,
Extras?
like little
Okay.
square chunks,
Okay. Yeah.
which makes sense, a square border rather than up to a point of the South Pole.
I guess he said $10 for like the 3. I guess my third one would be, since nobody has gone past that. Like,
Yes.
what do y'all theorize is like past that?
Well, first we accept
never
that as
explored it.
speculation, right?
Right.
Okay. So what if the sky and the ground go on infinitely forever? And the further out you explore, the more land there is to explore. In other words, if this realm was made for us, the further out we go, there's more to see.
Well, yeah, if the circle would
And
be
think
bigger,
about
then
that.
there's shit.
Think about that even in like learning new things and new inventions and everything else like this, we may have lived here originally, and then we came up with steam power, and then we could go further out, and then we came up with jet power, and then we could go further out.
Right.
They didn't even discover that Antarctica was the edge of our oceans until the 1950s. Why? Because this is when they had gasoline engines and planes, and that's when they discovered it. And when they discovered that there was more land than the bottom of the globe, that's when they locked it down.
Right. What's y'all's stance on the moon? Like, how's that?
Okay,
like, I get how it would go around and
it's
stuff.
It's a light. That's all we can prove.
It's
just
a light. Okay.
It's also flat.
So you know what? No, hold on. Don't laugh until you investigate.
Right.
You know what lumens are, right? It's the brightness of an object.
Okay.
So the closer you get to an object, the brighter it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it actually squares the closer
so
you go.
Inverse square law of light.
Yes.
Okay.
So the closer you get to it, the brighter it gets. If you ever watch the moon landing videos, it's a dusty, dank, dark moon.
Right.
Because at the light of the full moon, you can read a book.
Right.
Now think about
250,000 miles away, allegedly.
Now
it's
think
not
about
that
the
far.
propagation of light.
Yeah.
Think about the propagation of light. When you go and watch a sunset or a moon over a lake or over ocean, you see the light propagating to your feet. Okay. You can have a buddy on the other side of the lake and the light is going to his feet. Now that's a complete opposite direction. And that's because light propagates due to your perspective.
Okay.
And then therefore, your moon is your moon, his moon is his moon, my moon is my moon.
Okay.
It's not, we cannot verify, okay, science should be testable, verifiable, repeatable. We cannot verify that the moon is even a solid object.
Okay.
There's been some anomalies when we zoom in on it with P900 cameras, it's an 83-time optical zoom, and the P1000, which is a 100-time optical zoom, and we can see objects through the moon.
Okay.
So it's crazy when we all thought it was crazy when we first heard it.
Yeah.
You know, do you know anything about civil engineering? It's like development of land. Okay. So we have to determine where every drop of water goes for the next 100-year flood. Okay. So when we do this, we have to know the topography of the land. We never, ever consider curvature or spin. And we have to because of fluid dynamics. Okay. Water always goes to its lowest flat elevation. Always. That's what it does. And when me as a civil engineering draftman got presented with this idea, I've never thought of it before just because it works. It's a ball, so why not? But then when somebody presented the information to me and I was able to question it and step outside of my experience and then look back and realize that 10 miles of road should have 300 feet of drop, we've never done that. That makes no sense at all. And so if the globe is a physical object, which I believe the globe is a physical object because I can do this to it, right? I can test that. Then it has a physicality and a measurement. Okay? If the globe is spherical, then it means it has a tangent. A tangent is where a straight line meets the edge of a sphere or a curve. Let's be specific, okay? So in this case, in the three-dimensional, it would be the top of the sphere. So at that point, it's got a physicality and it's based on your elevation. So whatever your elevation is, 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, that's how many miles away the horizon should be. So then are okay. If we see beyond that horizon, then the measurements that they give us as 24,901 mile radius of the Earth is wrong.
So the whole thing where you're like on the beach, you know, like looking out.
Yeah, and you can look out for miles and miles and miles, depending on the clearness.
Back into perspective after they've gone out of your range
with a zoom lens. Right. So here's the thing: if you go out, especially in the cold, right, because there's less humidity and less temperature differentiation. So there's less distortion. You can see way farther. And they say the reason that you cannot measure the curvature of the Earth is because there's always refraction. Well, if there's always refraction, how did you find the physical measurements? You understand? They do this little dance because they can't explain it. Because when we see a horizon that is 10 times farther, I mean that the Earth radius is actually 300,000 miles on the moon. And I remember when I was in school, I don't know how they teach you all now, but when I was in school, they said there was no atmosphere on the moon. Now they say Earth's atmosphere goes beyond the moon. They just changed it just recently.
Facts whenever they feel like it.
Yeah. I don't know enough about honestly either side.
No, it's not that we're not trying to convince you. We're not trying to convince you. We're trying to get you to be open-minded and investigate, because these places are made to cause you to regurgitate, not to think. Right? Free thinking they may tell you to give you a free thinking thing, but then they'll correct you on your free thinking, right? Yeah. So all this whole is a control mechanism to keep you in the system of control. Because what's the process? Go to a good school, get a good job, marry, possibly, depending on your preference. I'm not going to get into that. But ultimately, work. Right. That's nuts. Most people, a lot of people are saying, I would like to travel before going to school. When they travel, they're like, I don't want to go back to school. Because they experience life. Yeah. So, it sounds funny, stupid, ridiculous. Before you even go to school, they're dunking the globe to you. The flat earth, sorry. Right. When you go to school, what is that, they said, back in the day, they used to believe that the earth was flat and that you would fall off the edge, okay? Now, that's only speculating that you have outer space. And what I mean by that is the only reason that they invented the philosophy of gravity is that we're not falling off a spinning ball. But if there's no spinning ball, there's no need for gravity. We have density, buoyancy, and electromagnetism, and that puts everything in order. Okay. You find equilibrium. As soon as you find equilibrium, that's where you exist. If you go through a phase change, equilibrium changes. When you boil water, the phase change happens and it goes up. Then it cools and condenses, phase change goes down. Right. To do with pseudo-Riemannian bending of space and time that has no physicality. Right. Now all we're doing is saying, okay, you tell us it's the bending of space-time, show me space or time. Show me either one. And the other thing is if we have a giant vacuum, they say that it's not a vacuum, but it's devoid of matter in space, which we call a vacuum.
Can you put this back in, please?
Now air pressure always fills the available space. The fact that we have right now, well, most of us are breathing. The fact that you're breathing right now proves that you're in a contained structure, because air pressure will escape to the available volume every single time. Right. Because it's the law.
Second law of thermodynamics.
It's entropy. It's entropy, right? The air pressure should escape to open space instantaneously. Right. And the fact that you're breathing air pressure now, and they say, then would they go back to the magic word, gravity. But if gravity is that strong, then how do straws work? You defy gravity every time you drink out of a straw. Think about that. Butterflies defy gravity.
If Newton saw
so
an apple
they
fall
they evolved over millions of years to become very tiny so they could defy gravity. That makes no sense.
Right. Yeah, I know.
And gravity is
just close
very
as much
specific.
as you can.
It will hold air and water to the ball, but it won't hold helium to a ball. Right. It won't hydrogen. It won't hold hydrogen to the ball. All our air pressure, the reason we have higher air pressure here is because air is created here, and then it rises. So if air rises, if any gases rise, then gravity is null and void. Because air has mass, and there's no gravity attracting that mass, because air moves, there's no gravity.
Yeah, no.
And
hey, who has Android? Anyone have Android?
You can get a free app, man.
You got a free app.
No, I appreciate that.
Free app if you have Android.
Oh, I got the YouTube thing.
Great talking to you guys. Good afternoon.
All right.
Any questions? I know it sounds, go ahead, give me a question. Where does air come from? It starts on the ground. All air happens because of the phase change that within our ground surface, okay? Then you have, okay, so like, let's say water. Let's say water, for instance, right? When water, because of its density, because it's cool, hits the ground, right? And then because the heat evaporates, it does no phase change, it becomes what? See, air, right? That's where the air comes from. It's just a constant cycle. But helium deposits in the earth.
That's like what they believe in.
That's the crazy stuff, man.
Okay, check out this app.
I don't have
Encyclopedia. This is for Apple and Android.
okay.
So it's the encyclopedia. Answers all your questions.
I need
One of these. Yeah.
That's a good.
Are these the same QR code?
That's a different one. It's a different website.
Okay. And can I get another one?
Yeah. Oh, the app. Yeah. Oh.
Question everything. Disobey your authority.
You guys
on campus today.
Yeah.
Just like
We're in town for a
We had a
conference.
conference, a 3-day conference, and you know, we just like to gather as a group of free thinkers. You know, people that don't believe they're going to get, you know, they're going to die from the invisible boogeyman called COVID.
What else do y'all believe in?
Well, why is belief the important thing here? The important thing here is investigation, which is science, the physicality of the thing. A lot of us have different philosophies around here. We don't have a shared philosophy because it's not a physicality of, you know, that's not something you can test, right? So some people believe in some people believe in a creator, some people don't, okay? But if this forever, if there is no sphericity to the earth, if there is no outer space, then that means this place was built.
do you believe the moon?
Some believe
Did y'all get my
that it's
YouTube
older
channel?
civilization that built us. Some people believe deity built us. But then
Critical
you're just splitting
Inception.
hairs.
Thank you.
I'm on Twitch and DLive also.
Do I believe what now?
Stream on Twitch?
Yeah.
Have you ever investigated it for yourself?
Critical_Inception.
Okay, so it's the
Just
worst
this
projection
activism,
ever.
you know, getting the word out
They
there.
tried really hard, but it falls apart so fast just by looking at it. I mean, did you hear the thing about the square law of light?
Yeah.
Okay, so the closer you go, it doubles in magnetism, okay? So when you can read by the light of the full moon, by the time you get to the moon, the light is so bright that it would lose by you. By the projection of light that's coming from the moon. Double, and it
Quadruple. When you have the distance, it quadruples the intensity of the brightness.
That's right.
Are you guys
Inverse square law.
Absolutely.
It's not real. There's no vacuum up there.
There's no vacuum.
What's up in the sky?
No, you said the right. No, hold on. You said the right word. No, you said the right word. You said the right word. You said what is projected.
I'm saying in your mind, like what's projecting up there
Exactly.
for you? Like,
that is the point. Now it's your job. Now it's your job to wonder about it so much that you actually prove what it is.
The water's below.
No one has ever proved the vacuum of space next to an air pressure without a solid barrier.
Only
defies
theoretical
physics and
models
second law of
support the
thermodynamics.
claim that there is a vacuum sitting next to the pressurized atmosphere of the
Right,
Earth.
it's impossible.
There is no experimental evidence for that. Go find out.
In fact,
Same thing with Einstein's
at colleges, they teach you the second law of thermodynamics and entropy. High pressure goes to low
There
pressure.
is no experiment that shows that that's possible.
Or water
It's actually an impossible experiment.
Or water sticking to the outside of an object. Because fluid will always find its lowest flat level and lay flat at the surface. That's why we use water level built.
how many?
Hundreds of
Millions.
millions.
More than
There's a lot.
All over the world, man. And look, all of them thought it was the stupidest shit they ever heard of until they looked into it.
I kind of.
Some flat earthers because they tried to debunk the flat earth.
What about birds? Are birds real?
Please don't. It's a big spoof, man. I know all about that nonsense. Yes. And all that crazy shit.
Is that true?
Is that testifiable and verifiable? Because do you eat chicken? You ever run into any gears? No.
How do you know that's chicken?
because it's called.
How do you know you're you, right? We can get into philosophy. We can get into philosophy, but that's not what we're here about.
So
We're
there's a
about
kind of
physicality.
animal that the English people
We're here
give
about
a name chicken.
physics, not philosophy, right?
But that's okay. Like it's okay to go into philosophy.
Yeah, it's okay, but we just need to know that there is a difference between the two.
I mean, if a proposition is unfalsifiable, it belongs to philosophy.
We have
and
like a
not
little
science.
simplistic flyer, but you know, college boys, they can probably understand this a little better because you have a little bit more experience in logic and reason. But that's what you need to understand this thing. You know, dummies can believe in a spinning space ball if they're told, but dummies can believe in flat earth too. The smart people are the ones who check it out and see which one's true.
So, like, hypothetically,
Yeah.
you like took a rocket ship up to space. All right,
Happens all the time.
All right, so it happens up there. Would you still be skeptical of a flat Earth if you went up there and saw and it was?
Would I be skeptical of a flat Earth if I went up there?
No.
No.
If you're skeptic, sorry. You're skeptical.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Rocket, okay?
All right.
He was a Polish astronaut, okay?
Okay.
And someone asked him, "Did you see the curvature of the Earth? Was it beautiful up there to see the ball?" And he said, "No, there's no curvature. It's flat."
Is it the same
An
cosmonaut
astronaut.
that said they didn't go to
Yeah.
space? That's
No, No, the one that said we didn't go is Buzz Aldrin.
No,
the
Polish
second man on the
astronaut.
moon.
So a
sold it to
Polish
child.
astronaut on camera. Astronaut.
Yeah, that's cosmonaut, right. Don't
Go
by
to space.
astronaut, yeah.
So if you, I mean,
again,
this is an answer to your hypothetical question, right?
How do you go?
Like someone went up, it's flat. Oh, we didn't even go there. Like we're lying.
How do you travel to a physics violation? If there is no
Miroslav Hermanszewski.
The cosmonaut.
Yeah. So there's a video of him interviewing someone, and he talks about how it's flat.
What's your take on aliens?
Well, I've never met one. I'll tell you that.
Extraterrestrial.
Yeah, it's the same dude that said they didn't go to.
What,
Yeah.
hold on. What does terrestrial mean?
Territory land. I mean, I'm just saying something not
Yes. Hold on. What does terrestrial mean?
like on land. Right?
Territory.
Yeah.
What does extra mean? More.
Okay.
So what if beyond Sonic jets that we call ships,
Okay.
they hang out for they take off. Now think about the other story. They're coming from a plane millions of miles away, and then they're like, "Oh shit, we crashed on the Earth."
Yeah.
That makes no sense, dude. That makes no sense.
What about like Area 51 and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's a big cover up, but what speculation, okay? I'm telling you speculation. So these advanced societies outside of Antarctica may be sharing the information with our military. They come in and they test it. Oops, they fucked up. Now we gotta hide it up.
Yeah.
They tried to release that it was an alien spaceship, but people started freaking out, and then they said, what but the official story from the Army Corps of Engineers, the official statement was it was an extraterrestrial aircraft. And then when people started freaking out, they said,
Okay. Perfect. So if you have a question for a flat earther, what would that question be?
No, that's tough. What do you lead with? No, hang on.
Music artists,
what do you think?
I would like a new concept to me. I mean, I obviously here flat earthers that, but there's like the so like I would just say like what are like the foundational like ideas?
Yeah, you want me to maybe act like I'm somebody like yourself, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, how about images of Earth from space?
Oh, okay. I mean, you can try
Images of Earth from
try to
space.
park somewhere and then just go walk by the fountain. We're still here. Okay.
So what do you say to those?
Yeah, go park and then walk away from the fountain and make a right.
They don't have any.
You'll see a big group of people.
5,000 miles
All right, see you soon.
up in the air.
What about the International Space? Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. Vomit or a parabolic flight. Like a roller coaster. You pay money and you go about 60,000 in the air. Okay, and you drop down. You're just free falling, and then you're able to float. You know how they're floating inside. People float inside of an airplane before?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they say that's gravity. And so what happened, the reason why that's happening is inside of a fuselage, so they're inside of a container. And so they're able to resist the wind and it just goes around them. And they're falling in parallel with the speed falling, and that's what makes them float. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's not gravity, it has nothing to do with them floating or anything. It's actually they're falling.
Does
free
gravity
falling.
exist?
Yeah.
Does gravity exist?
What do you mean by exist?
I mean, like, why are we not?
Is gravity like relevant like here on Earth?
So it's electrostatic. Okay, does that make sense?
Okay.
So is gravity a pushing or a pull?
Yeah, I got a 5-minute video about gravity.
Yeah. Towards to the center.
Yeah.
I personally
also haven't.
Hey guys.
Yeah. So he's got the video.
So what do you say to? Have you been to the ocean?
I have. He's got that 5-minute video.
What do you say to that little curve? What do you think?
We'll watch.
This is like this is a.
Okay, they bought this video for you for $10.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah. Here's the subtitle.
With this little speck of white. doing? You think it's fly? Why you think How? What do you mean? An answer? Your logic? Come on. That is not. Keep going.
Is Flat Earth guy getting in trouble?
He's not one of us.
He's not one of us.
He's trolling us.
He's trolling. He's trolling us. He was doing this at another location.
I see. So he's trying to discredit
people who hate Flat Earth.
He literally hates people who talk about Flat Earth, and he literally came out here to troll.
I see.
Wait, is the guy in the purple hat Flat Earth at least? This guy right here?
The guy, yes. Okay. The guy without the shirt on is not with us.
Okay. Doesn't make believe person.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not the definition that I learned.
Yeah, that I learned.
No, no. Don't you? Yeah.
The other box one.
Wait.
Get pulled up.
Oh.
1.225.
Watch this video. It's Flat Earth.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's discrediting gravity.
No, I just knew they would just got this.
These are the lines that it spins upon. And there's different, it's at the poles.
Okay.
But gravity in the spin to hold everything. But it doesn't So gravity goes to the center, the spin is left and right along the equator.
Everything.
Yeah. It's flat. Everything goes straight down.
You can't fly off something that's flat.
So Australia is out over in that direction, not down that direction. Yeah, see, that's more mockery that people put out there to make you think that we're stupid. Because obviously you can prove that Australia is real. I met Steve Irwin.
So did you not see the curve? How do you not see the...
When it occurs? Go up in an airplane, take a picture out the window, and then look to the other side of the plane, take a picture of that window. It's going to be right in the middle, eye level, draw a line through the center of the plane. It's all flat.
Wait, that isn't.
In my experience, I saw a little bit.
The curve it has to drop.
And when I was at the ocean.
If it's curving, it has to drop off. Take a picture of it. Put it against the straight edge.
The argument that it's round?
No, but like,
wait, so
what happens when you go from here to here?
Yeah, so what is it?
We're saying that there's no curvature.
So can you go?
We can measure the Earth.
Can I see this?
Okay.
So you're saying it's not. So if I'm all the way over here and I fly right, I just there.
Let me just.
Yeah. Okay.
What doesn't happen there? You just see something.
Because that's like a big thing. So if like
So
in
there's
the
not
flat
an
Earth, is there like an edge or no?
No, the Antarctic Treaty, I think.
We just never ending.
Like you can't explore. And like they don't let you.
So is that why? So is that the edge?
So it's like a clock system.
Okay.
So you have the North Pole in the middle. The sun and the moon travel around like this.
Wait, is the moon real?
So north is in the center. So you can go east and west around in a circle.
Okay, so it's a circle. It's not like a rectangle. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So there's not an
See,
edge.
that's more misconceptions
okay,
about
I
it.
got you.
Flat Earthers think the idea of a square Earth floating in space is dumb. It's not. See, this says Earth is flat, but not like this disc, because it's not a disc floating in space. We're saying that we're at the basement of the known universe, and we don't know what's below us because people have only dug 8 miles.
Okay.
Other planets. So we look up and we see lights in the sky. That's all we can prove, that they're lights.
What about the telescopes?
We can't prove that they're physical places that you can go to.
We have had things.
So what about?
We've had people go to space.
Wait,
Well, that's what they tell you.
Hold on. So what about like if you like in between here and here? What about if you take a flight down there?
So the outer ring would be Antarctica, and we're not exploring. Take a tour, see some controlled. You gotta pay a lot of money to do it. and you can't explore on your own.
Okay, so basically the basis of this is Antarctica as like the mystery zone.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about if like one day Antarctica was explorable and we got more knowledge on that?
Well, I don't think it's ever going to happen because obviously they're hiding something. Yeah. They don't want people to go there.
It's Trump's wall. It's Trump's wall. Yeah.
I need to change up my battery.
He's a troll, he said. He said he's not a part of Flat Earth.
Yeah, he's not one of us.
So is the ball, is it too big that you can, is it too big? Yeah. Okay. So what if the government claims to have measured what they claim we live on? Is that possible that the government can measure the ball Earth that they claim we live on? Yes. Okay, so there's a radius value of a sphere. We're all in school. This is basic geometry. A sphere has curvature rate. And they tell us that the radius value of the ball Earth that we live on is 3,950.
Here's that troll getting arrested or something.
You cut it into fourths, like a pie. If you put a spirit level on top of the middle of that ball, it'll extend out. If that
Alright, bear with me. I'm going to change the battery.
5,000 miles, right? So it'll go up like this. You put it on a beach ball, get a yardstick, and you can see this visual, okay? Am I getting the visual in your head? Put a yardstick on a beach ball. Does the yardstick curve around the beach ball? Does the yardstick curve around the beach ball? Funny guy. Okay? So of course not. Of course not. Of course not. A yardstick extends out, right? Okay, so water when contained lays level and flat at the surface. When does it start to bend to make
back to 100%.
Sure, totally, yeah. Behind the Current, right? On Netflix. Who did that video? You haven't know? Yeah, I know those guys actually personally. I've actually met them personally. Okay? And who did that video was National Geographic. Okay?
A Ram Walker here.
Does that make sense? So they're National Geographic who believes and teaches evolution, space, dinosaurs, ball Earth, and things of that nature. So I'm just saying, I'm suggesting that maybe they have other alternative beliefs and teaches evolution. I've never seen a dinosaur before, and if you believe in something that you've never seen before, and you believe stories and things of that nature, in my opinion, that's a religion. What about the bones? Because you can't prove it. You have faith that dinosaurs were around, right? What about the bones? The bones, I feel like they could be giants. Nephilim, you ever heard of the term Nephilim? Have you seen a giant? The giants, okay?
But have you seen a giant?
I have read about them in the Bible.
But then that's just describing what it's about.
You're right, yeah, that's faith. And I can admit that I have faith. Is that okay? Is it okay with you to have faith and beliefs? There's also references to dinosaurs in the Bible. Okay, like Behemoth, he had a tree like a cedar. I know. Is that what you're referencing? Yeah. Okay, and I get where you're coming from too. But what I'm trying to say is that let's just focus on Flat Earth, and then we can go on and carry on to other conversations. And so my point is that water when contained lays level and flat because we can demonstrate
Here, this will help wrap your mind
in a
around
lake, in your glass, in your cup, right? And you spin the bottle around and the surface of that water always lays level, parallel with the ground, because it's like this. Okay, so at what point does curvature start on a ball Earth? Never did. What edge are you guys referring to?
Yeah.
It's a point, right? Like you gotta go off at some point, right?
Okay, so what I see, I've been doing this since 2017.
Give you one of these.
April of 2017.
You read the Bible at all?
Yeah. I drove 18 hours.
Talks about flat Earth in the Bible, so check that one out.
Beautiful people about flat Earth. If you believe that or not, it's up to you, okay? But the point of it is that I come out here because I want to at least offer you another alternative about where we live. Okay? And so
people falling off.
So I wouldn't, this is what I wouldn't do if I were you. Okay? And I could just make a suggestion. question. Don't think of outer space and the solar system and everything, and then replace it with a frisbee floating in outer space. And so what I feel that the Earth is that it goes on forever and ever this way. There's a of us, and the Earth goes on vertically way, horizontally straight in all directions. So there is no edge to find. There is no falling off anything, because you can't fall off something that goes on forever and ever, can you? Can you fall off something that goes on infinitely forever and fall off into space? Okay. Now, when you go, have you all ever been to a beach before? Yeah. Can you fall off the edge of a beach?
I mean, no, but you can clearly see the distance.
Okay, so that's what I asked earlier. So when you see things disappear in the distance, is that when physical curvature starts?
I'd say no.
Okay.
Tell me farther.
I'm sorry? Okay, and so how big is your globe Earth that you believe you live on? Does anybody know? I'll give $5 if anybody gives the correct answer. I have it right here. $5 if you can tell me how big your ball Earth is in circumference.
No Google.
No Google.
How big is your Earth?
How big is your Earth? I got $5 right here. Exact answers only, please, because you have to be exact with math, right? Michio Kaku said that if you're off, by 0.0000001 degree in outer space travel, you're off by thousands and thousands of miles. So nobody knows. How far is the sun away from the Earth? I got $5 if anybody knows. $5 for, this is the ball Earth that you guys all believe in. I thought you guys believed that you live on a ball Earth. Why can't anybody take this $5 from my hand? You don't know the exact number? Well, yeah. But you believe this, okay? So let's go to spirituality. You guys want to go to spirituality now? We can go to spirituality now, okay?
Yeah, he's not one of us.
People that believe in Jesus and Buddha, things of that nature in a book, right? And they just have faith that those people existed. That is really no difference than a school teaching that you live on a ball Earth. You have faith that other people did something so that you can carry on with your life. And you assume that these people tell you the truth.
That guy over there, he's a troll.
Okay, does that make sense? So how far is the moon away from the Earth?
He came here really to troll us. He said he's from Flat Earth Society.
236,000 miles. Nobody gave me an answer. He at least spoke up. I asked, what is the circumference of your ball Earth? Nobody said anything. Did you? Yeah, you're welcome. I have a question. Because he said, you don't play games. He said, yeah.
Do we know if
okay, why does that matter again? Okay, so I call it lights in the sky that not an edge. Just outside. Of sound vibrations in the environment. You can actually do this experiment.
But he says that there's like a
star in a jar. YouTube it, star in a jar. And they recreate the sololuminescence of a star being created in a liquid environment through sound vibration. So those lights that you see in the sky, they're just lights in the sky. They're not anything that they're sending a satellite to. Nobody's landing anything on them. They're just up in the sky. Through 6 years of looking at them. You know, and I'm so passionate about you guys at least questioning where you live. Whether you believe us or not, when you leave here, if you even look at anything about Flat Earth, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool. Because right now, you know that this is how important it is, at least. We know that when we were born here, we learn about the globe Earth religion learn how to crawl, before you learn how to walk, because everybody around you knows that thinks that the Earth is a ball.
So what about the pictures from NASA?
Okay, sure.
They're not pictures.
Yeah.
At least you call them pictures and not photos, right? Because if they were photos, they'd be real. But they're pictures.
Really high
No, they're not. That's what we're pointing out, is that they give us pictures. But you heard of Robert Simmons? Robert Simmons?
Yes.
He's the guy who made the
blue marble.
Yeah, the blue marble. Like the ball Earth that you guys see, it's on your Google phone that you say that's the Earth, that sphere is a cartoon, and he admits it. He created it.
Just look at the clouds. They just copy and paste them.
If you guys have any other questions.
So you guys are talking about images and talking about cartoons. And talking about
It's all in the details. You can look it up on NASA website. Do it yourself.
They call them digital images. Digital, just like Photoshop. Photoshop is a digital image.
That just means a platform.
He says he used Photoshop. Photoshop was developed for NASA. You guys gotta look into this stuff. You're making assumptions. No, don't be better. Just be more aware. Be more aware. Like you're making
They got
assumptions.
different sizes of the Earth,
That,
of North America.
That's different angles.
No, it's not different angles. It's the same size, radius.
I'm just confused.
So like, what's the deal with North-South Pole?
They're not consistent with the images they give us.
Wait.
Why don't we
It's all
fly
composites.
North or South Pole?
There's no camera out in space videoing the Earth.
South Pole when it's the fastest distance between 2 points. Why do we go all the way north from south, southern of the equator, we go north of the equator and fly back south again? Because if it was a flat Earth map, it would be a straight line. That's why we take that route. We don't
Photo
go
or painting.
from South America to Australia. Why would we do that? We go to
That's your
North
belief.
America first, then we go to Australia.
You know, NASA hires artists to paint this. One of them came out and said that, yeah, I got hired to paint the
A
Earth.
third of the flight that it takes to get it than the way that they're projecting it. Yeah, go ahead.
And they give a picture like this.
There's also pictures there.
Look up satellites in space. You'll never see a photo of a satellite in space. It's all CGI cartoons.
You told us to look up satellites in space.
Satellites in where?
Satellites in space.
Okay, got it. What am I supposed to have? Look, it's a list.
That's your satellites.
Yeah.
Look at all of the images they give you and tell me if it's a real photo.
All right. What do you think about the word orbit? When they say orbit.
Wait, what are you trying to ask me?
Look at all of those images. Are they real or are they cartoons?
Some of them look a little real.
So they all have
Look,
like they all have a trailing
hit a
camera
real button.
satellite to take a picture.
This is real. This looks pretty real.
So you don't think that could be made on a computer?
I mean, I feel like it could, but like, I don't think it is.
Okay, so that's all I'm telling you is think about it from both sides of the argument to get a better picture of what you believe in.
Why do you think they spend billions of dollars just to make up a story?
Do you know the size?
So why does it matter? Obviously it matters to NASA and people putting money into
$1
that.
billion to make a satellite.
That's our tax money.
If you want to unravel a crime, you follow the money. Same thing here. You know how much? Do you know the size of the space industry around the world, private and public combined?
Private now it's bigger.
Hundreds of billions of dollars. They would lie because of hundreds of billions of dollars.
All right, man. Good seeing you. You take it easy.
Why do they want to hide it?
Well, that's a good question. So it makes you wonder.
Are you an atheist or
If you have a globe, you can disregard a creator.
If you're an atheist and you hate creationists and you want to fight them, I can understand how they could use this as a means to fight, to silence them, right? When you hide the evidence of a creator, you don't want the narrative that the creator exists to persist, you would lie about this. So that's one reason, that's the second reason.
So this is a religious thing.
No, you mean this group? No. This is not what I was just answering your question. Why would they like? For spiritual reasons, for monetary reasons, financial gain. Those are the two top reasons that I have. Why is that? Because if there's no space, flat, and the heliocentric model is false, the billions of hundreds of billions of dollars of space industry vanishes. It's your money. It's your parents' money.
You said you don't. So you believe space exists?
No.
I believe that the entire universe.
You don't think space is real either?
You think there's a vacuum up there?
Do you think there's a sun? Do you like?
Obviously, we see there's something in the sky going around.
Can
we go there?
But where's the sun then? If it's not in space?
It's going around the top of the surface of the Earth.
But what do you call that area that the sun's in?
What is space?
Space?
No, just above us. There's air,
You just think that the sun's just there?
there's a barrier above us. You need to have gas pressure. You need a container. Gas presses upon the walls of a container. The sun isn't as big as they tell you it is. It's a lot closer and a lot smaller.
How do you know that? Closer and stronger.
Well, you can use a sextant to check the angles, and for all the angles, you need straight lines. So you have a flat surface, and then you have the angle of the sun, and you can have someone else thousands of miles away check it at the same time, and you can measure how far away the sun is.
Okay, so when the sun sets and the moon comes into view, does the sun
It's just perspective. It's
just
perspective.
go underneath the earth?
No, it's perspective.
What about
So as when you're in a hallway, you see the top, the ceiling, it starts to go down to the center of your vision, and the floor starts to go up, and the walls close in. That's how perspective works. So the lights in the ceiling appear to be going down. So at a certain point, you can't see it anymore. It gets too far away to see it.
They don't even say zero.
Yeah, it moves over the surface of the earth.
What about like the core of the earth and like all
We don't
the
know what the sun is.
Wait, what about
It's a
like
light in the sky. I mean, how could you prove it yourself?
There's ideas of
Yeah, you take pictures, you see a light in the sky, and you see it moving across the earth.
That's in space.
No.
Yes.
You think there's a vacuum above our heads still?
What do you mean vacuum?
They tell us that there's like zero pressure up there, have air pressure 14.7 feet here. That violates the second law of thermodynamics. High pressure. Yeah. There's. You can say space if you want, but it's not a vacuum.
I'm learning. You're learning? Yeah. Yeah, it's my biology teacher. He's telling us that the sun is not in space and there is no space.
Here, this will get you started.
No, I don't want that.
No.
Here,
You don't even know
check
what
it out.
Okay.
I mean,
This will answer your questions.
no, it's natural.
You're good? Okay, so you don't want to learn?
But I'm curious that you're rejecting this without
Check it out.
Debunk
Debunk it yourself. This is science right here. I'm offering you science. If you decline the information, you're willfully ignorant.
What is science? Tell me what science is.
Do you know what it is?
Oh, yes.
The science is a process.
It's a process, yeah? What kind of process is
Science is a method that the heliocentric model violates. That's what science is. Science is a process, a method that the heliocentric model violates.
Heliocentric?
Model violates what science is.
What are you talking
You
about?
asked me your definition of
No,
science.
that's not science. What is science?
Method. Science is a method that the heliocentric model violates.
The heliocentric, why does it violate?
What is the evidence for the heliocentric model?
You tell me what the
I don't believe it. I reject it using
You're
Hitchens
saying the
razor.
sun is the center of everything?
Do you
No,
know why I
disagree,
reject it?
it's
I'm
not.
using Hitchens razor.
The sun is not the
If
center.
you make
the
a
center of our
claim
solar
without
system.
evidence, I can dismiss
We're
it
not
without
saying the
evidence.
sun's the center. The sun revolves around the flat surface of the earth.
The sun revolves around the flat surface of the earth.
Yes.
I am so sorry. You know, it's okay.
Fallacy ad
But
hominem.
it's so ridiculous.
Let me
That is fallacy ad hominem. You would rather call people names than debate them.
Man, oh man. This is like...
Here, this is how the sun clock system.
Science is not rejecting a proposition.
It goes
without
around a flat surface.
investigating it.
You're ridiculous. That's
fallacy.
You're
absolutely
welcome to believe that,
Sorry.
but you can't prove that the Earth is a sphere with curvature and motion.
Take a missile and shoot it off into space. Where does it go? Does it just go flat?
Can you do that?
Does it revolve around anything? Does it go around anything?
Have you seen the Go Fast rocket?
The distance between your ears.
This guy doesn't even want to listen.
It's empty.
So that's where the rockets go to? Is that where the rockets go to?
He's in a belief system.
Hey, guys, appreciate this for a circus because that's all it is.
Willfully ignorant.
Would not throw a fallacy at hominem and walk away.
We're just here to share information. It's up to you to look into it.
He is not a scientist.
Got quite a crowd here, guys.
And then his men.
I don't have time for people who aren't interested in hearing information. I'm not here to debate, I'm just here to share info.
3 million miles away, everybody. The moon is 236,000 miles away.
It supports the hypothesis.
Why is the sun and the moon the sun?
Nothing can be proven.
Sir, do you know the circumference of your whole Earth? I have $20 if this guy right here can tell me the radius of your ball Earth. $20 right here. Tell me the radius of your ball Earth. Of my ball Earth? Yes, your religious ball Earth. Yes. $20. He came up here and had to, and with an aggressive manner, and started asking me questions. I have $20 and he can't answer a question. The sun and the moon are traveling around the stationary Earth, sir. Does anybody have the map for me, please?
Listen up. I'm telling y'all. Y'all need to clear off campus and get on public property. The sidewalk on Church Street or somewhere else around here. You're disrupting campus.
Okay.
Let's go.
Can you cite the ordinance, please?
I don't have to.
Okay.
I don't have to. This is private property.
So do you have any evidence?
Let's go.
How do you call out something that goes on infinitely forever? The Earth goes on infinitely forever, sir.
Let's go.
How does the Earth? Hey, don't come back. The sun and the moon travel.
Let's go.
Listen to him. Listen to him. Sir, where's the ordinance? You're the one. If you're going to prove it, where are you infringing on our
Right in my AV.
So if we drove our car from the public street through to the next public street, is that illegal?
This is not a debate.
Is that illegal, sir?
This is not a debate. The city police are over there because it's their jurisdiction. This is my jurisdiction.
Can you invite the police over?
This is Wofford College. This is private. Wofford College.
Invite the police over.
Wofford College private policy. This is Wofford College private policy.
Because he just told her it's
Turn
around and put your Here's the Supreme Court. Supreme Court.
Private property.
Yes, the Supreme Court has ruled on this.
For what?
Marsh versus Alabama. Marsh versus Alabama.
College private property.
Protected.
Around and leave.
This is First Amendment activity.
Listen to the words.
Yeah, First Amendment.
Wofford
First
College,
Amendment.
private
First
property.
Amendment.
Turn around and leave the campus. This is private property. Private, public. Private property. It's time to leave. Now.
That's the law.
No, so you're on private property.
Right, and you need a trespass.
Do you want to look at the law?
I want you
That's the law.
to leave private property. Private property.
Supreme Court. Supreme Court upholds the First Amendment on private property.
Then take it to your attorney. Have your attorney call private property
This
right
is
now.
different. This is not First Amendment. This is disturbing school. That is addressed by law.
No, we're not disturbing anything.
Yes, you are.
It's your job to control the crowd if they get rowdy.
Y'all are getting rowdy. You're disturbing school.
Okay, well, you can have this information, study it. You're supposed to know the law.
We're just having a conversation.
But it doesn't matter if you're disrupting or not. This is private property. We have the right to send you off of private property
This is a
at
public
any
street
point.
right here.
This is private property.
We can stand by
That is not a public street either. understood.
12
That is
feet away from the
private-
street, we're
That
allowed
is
to
private
stand.
property.
Turn off the church street.
Private property.
So, wait, ma'am,
No, wait, no touching.
I just wanted to ask her a
Private property. Private, no, you really can't. Private property.
The conversation is done. Let's go.
Private property.
That's all I wanted to ask her.
Private property. Keep it moving.
Whether we could have a conversation.
Private property. Private property. Keep it moving.
Hey, y'all get my channel?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, check it out.
So you got somewhere to go. Okay.
Private property. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Private property.
You get my YouTube channel?
I would love to subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Check it out, man.
I'd love for critical inception.
Yeah. And I'm also on flytearth101.com. You want to check that out too?
Cool.
All right, you'll have a good one.
Are you guys walking over to the other one?
Yep. Huh?
You guys walking over to the other one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Private property. Keep it moving.
What's that?
Are y'all going to Congress?
I'm not sure. Possibly.
Don't. Y'all will get roasted.
It's private property. Another place. Private property.
All right, that's not your problem.
Private property. Keep it moving.
Yeah, well, don't go to Congress either. We don't
Afraid
want
of
to
knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Private property. Keep it moving. Private property. Where are your vehicles?
We accomplished our goal. We accomplished our
Private
goal.
property. Keep it moving.
You got kids thinking now. That's trouble.
Private property. Keep it moving. Private property. Keep it moving. Where are your vehicles located?
Y'all want a frisbee? Check out the QR code.
Thanks, man.
This app will blow your mind. It's the encyclopedia of flat Earth, and it'll show you how everything works. All right? Answer all your questions.
Private property. Keep it moving is not a question.
Stop asking us. Look at her. She's loving
Private
that power.
property. Keep it moving.
Get to tell young minds what to do.
Private property. Keep it moving.
Their minds.
You don't want young minds, open minds? I want to.
You want a frisbee?
Yes,
There you go.
thank you.
Scan that code. Y'all want a frisbee? Scan the QR code. It'll blow your mind. Encyclopedia of Flat Earth. The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app.
We just accomplished something. We just put up the stake.
Yeah, I forget about this.
That was a question I wanted to ask.
Here you go. Hey, you want a frisbee? See what all the fuss is about?
Thank you, though.
All right. Earth is flat.
Look it up.
It would be the most important.
We searched it. After we searched it.
We already did, but we accomplished our goal.
This is the most important day in your life right now.
That's us told to be a liar. Look into it. It sounds crazy, I know.
I know, yeah.
We look crazy.
I
We'll
do
let
the
you
same
wrong. You have to do it though.
Hey, y'all want a frisbee?
About where you live?
No thanks. No, you don't want to ask.
Earth is flat.
I could never turn down a frisbee.
Want a frisbee?
Sure.
The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Scan that code.
Okay.
Where's the mainstream media even thought they'd be here?
Yeah.
You know, it's a really receptive college. I mean, the people on it are really.
Yeah.
Actually, that was a great little.
They were awesome. They
That was some great activism, right?
Right.
They don't know.
I was hitting them with some health stuff, you know. You guys are good, man.
It's always the cops who hate free speech and the triggered globe heads who hate flat Earth.
People with some serious identity issues is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
They've been suppressed for so long. They've been suffocating, lack of oxygen to their brain.
Yep. And Joshua almost got arrested.
I know. I thought that was happening.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. When we do shit like this, you take it right up to the brink.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, I don't think it's really necessarily worth it to get thrown in the cage. But sometimes you got to make a statement. One of the kids was like, "Oh yeah, we got to deal with it." I was like, I'm like, leave this college. I'm 36, dude. I'm like, this shit in debt for my life. The big I ever bought was like college. He's like, well, what if you're aware that they're programming you? He's like, what if I want to just put that energy out there.
Hello? Still live right now. Out. It's on Wofford Campus Drive and Church Street. Yeah. Yeah, but the street, we're supposed to be able to stand within 12 feet of the street, but you know, we're gonna say it's good and, you know, keep moving. They're following us out. Okay. Yeah, go to Church Street. Yeah.
Who came in a vehicle? Did you come in a vehicle?
Okay.
No, I walked.
Okay.
All right, well, we're gonna figure out where we're gonna go next, and then I'll let you know.
Oh, thank you.
All right, bye.
Oh, okay.
Realm Walker has my banner still.
Okay, where
So
do they go?
we got to figure out. They're driving around.
Okay, tell them to meet up at Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme, where's
Off of
that?
Church. It's right off of Church Street.
To the left?
On the road here. Yes.
Okay. Look at the harassers stalking us.
Goodbye, Officer Huckabee. Goodbye. Hey, I found a mask on the ground. Is it yours? One last look at the Wofford fountain. Make a wish. So that's what we call the vaccine approved right there. You just hit that place up. Hey, do you live chats? I can say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Can you got a minute? Face palm. Twitch. Takes a lot of things out this mask over there. Looking for a third receptacle so I can throw this away in a biohazard.
We got Mumsy Maybear. I will not get the jab. Jim Lotus.
Jim Lotus.
Any
Hey, I got a mask here. Is it yours? I found it on the ground. I see these masks on the ground everywhere on campus.
Check this out. Scan that code. You got it? All right.
What do you guys think about them people, like students leaving masks on the ground?
I don't know. Pollution's kind of bad.
I think so too, man. Yeah.
Biohazard.
It's not like a press or anything. Like, I mean, everyone leaves shit on the ground.
Could I ask you, just between you and a man?
Yep.
Could I ask you, whenever you see a mask, could you pick it up for me? Because I can't do it myself.
Okay.
I appreciate you, man.
I already got it.
Yeah, you already got everything.
Yeah, he was down there.
Let's wait, we gotta cross the street. Let these guys cross, and then we're gonna go across the street here to the left.
To the left? Okay.
Bye, guys. Have a nice day.
Go, go, go.
Excuse me, doctor. I have a question. What do I do with this mask that I found on the ground?
Well, there we go. That was very interesting.
Hey.
Carry a gun with you?
Well, I'm gonna decline to answer that because we're live.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Hey, this is public property. Guys, this is public property.
Can't find the garbage anymore, bro. You have disc on you?
Yeah. Got a bunch. Thanks.
What are you doing on public property?
No, sir.
Yeah, you can hang out here, but you gotta keep moving your feet, otherwise you're loitering. So if you just keep moving your feet, you're not loitering.
I got some free info for you about space being fake, Earth being flat. It's crazy until you look into it, man. Information can't hurt you. Check it out.
Stop breathing carbon dioxide, take off your mask.
Maybe you'll think that one last
You're pointing to yourself like breathing your expressed air.
Yeah, maybe when he's about to dump it.
Carbon dioxide kills.
I told one of the gals, I said, this is so important that I feel like I need to.
Yeah, Anthony Dickinson. That dude looked like Einstein with the crazy hair.
I told
Oh yeah.
That wasn't a professor, it was a murderer of minds.
Alex, don't worry, you can go in there with your gun. It only stops people with guns with circles around them.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And that's coming from a doctor.
Hey, Dr. Law. Hey, Josh Coy of ARRR Media. What's up, man? Crew president. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I feel like you can just stand around, and if you're doing First Amendment activity, it's not loitering.
Alex, give this to your
Because
audience.
loitering is like hanging out at one place without a purpose.
Show them this book, your audience.
Yeah, check us out.
How intergenerational organized crime runs. Look at the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a religion right there.
It's called the Bellamy Salute.
Farther away, the longer we wait.
Check out this book, guys.
Keep walking.
The answer to tyranny is no. Remove your consent.
Jack, I'm gonna have to correct you. Loitering is hanging out in one spot without a purpose. First Amendment is a purpose.
Why is it so tiring when the earth moves underneath my feet? Like, I'm not even moving right now.
Why didn't they arrest him, Jack?
Oh, I stepped in.
Oh.
Yeah, the earth is only moving.
He pulled out the cuffs. He
my
opened it
feet.
up. I stepped to him, and it says, "You can't arrest him without a trespassing warrant." And he says, "I have a trespassing warrant." And it says you can't. I said you can't. You need to file for it and get it signed by a judge. You cannot just trespass on the spot. You can request that we leave the private property, and we will do so. But first, I need to educate you. That's what happened. What's up?
I flat smacked that guy. Jack, I flat smacked that guy. I think he might be upset. He learned the globe is a lie.
He smiled. You don't live on space, testicle.
They have my banner. So, hey, so Austin was meeting with the mayor, apparently.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they were like at some restaurant, and then the mayor ended up there.
Hey, we don't need to go into a building that's got more cops in it. Donut shop.
I mean, I identify as vaccinated, so doesn't that count? What do you mean? The club board is vaccinated this day and age.
They're shaped like Werner von Braun space station.
Hey man.
How'd it go?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
The children were like swarming, man.
Dude, yeah. I heard you guys were saying only a man